Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where first I want to go see if that door does something down there. Oh, okay. Oh, this is just the way out. Okay. Alright then. So we dispersed the ward, I guess, there. Probably would have been a good idea to actually leave it closed while we're doing this, but whatever. You see Joan's phylactery in a corner of this case. How do I know it's his?
That's my phylactery! You found it! I can't believe this tiny vial stands between me and freedom. So fragile. So easy just to be rid of it. To end its hold over me.
Oh, wow.
And I am free.
We still gotta get out. I expected a larger room with many more
Only
phylacteries.
apprentice phylacteries are stored in the Circle Tower. This tiny room could not hold the phylacteries of every mage who has passed through the tower doors.
Come on, you two. We're done here and we should leave.
The sooner we're
I
out
do
of here,
not
the
want to
better.
stay here a moment longer.
Oh god. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. We're not gonna, it's just... we are not gonna get out of here. Oh, how do you pause the, on the radial menu? Okay,
We
I wasn't
did it!
sure.
I can't believe it! Thank you.
You
We
idiot!
could never have...
So what you said was true.
I knew this would end badly.
Gregor,
An initiate conspiring with a blood mage. I'm disappointed, Lily. She seems shocked, but fully in control of her own mind. Not a thrall of the blood mage, then.
I hope
were
he
right,
isn't a
Ellie.
blood mage.
The initiate has betrayed us. The Chantry will not let this go unpunished. And this one.
I didn't even tell
Newly
him
a
anything.
mage and already flouting the rules of the Circle.
I'm disappointed in you. You could have told me what you knew of this plan, and you didn't.
You don't care for the mages. You just bow to the Chantry's every whim.
John, please don't make it worse.
Enough! As Knight Commander of the Templars here assembled, I sentence this blood mage to death.
No,
And this
no.
initiate has scorned the Chantry and her vows.
Oh no.
Take her to Aenar.
the mage's prison. No, please, no, not there.
No! I won't let you touch her!
No! Oh, by the way, I enabled persistent gore just now.
By the Maker, blood magic. How could you? You said you never...
I admit, I dabbled. I thought it would make me a better mage.
Blood magic is evil, Joan. It corrupts people, changes them.
I'm going to give it up. All magic. I just want to be with you, Lily. Please come with me.
I trusted you. I was ready to sacrifice everything
Oh, that's
for
the
you.
wrong thing to say, lady.
I don't know who you are, blood mage. Stay away from me.
Oh wow, he didn't hurt her. I
Are
thought he
you
was gonna
all
hurt her.
right? Where's Gregor?
I knew it. Blood magic. But to overcome so many, I never thought him capable of such power.
He lied to
None
me.
of us expected this. Are you all right, Gregor?
As good as can be expected given the circumstances. If you had let me act sooner, this would not have happened. Now we have a blood mage on the loose and no way to track him down.
I was wondering with the way he held his thing. You could still capture
Believe
him.
me, we will use our every resource. Where is the girl?
I am here, sir.
You helped a blood mage. Look at all he's hurt.
Really didn't know Jowan was a blood
You've
mage.
been a friend, but you needn't defend me any longer. Knight Commander, I was wrong. I was accomplice to a blood mage. I will accept whatever punishment you see fit, even even Aenar.
Get her out of my sight. And you. You
You
know why the repository exists. Some artifacts, some magics are locked away for a reason.
Did you take anything important from the repository?
No. Oh, yes, the staff. What did I take?
Shall we add thievery to your list of
I
misdemeanors
didn't realize
then?
I took it.
I'll be taking that back now, if you don't mind.
Okay.
But your antics have made a mockery of this circle. What are we to do with you?
I had no idea he was a blood mage.
And you think this excuses you?
Yeah, I figured
You
that.
helped a blood mage escape. All our prevention measures for naught. Because of you.
Knight Commander, if I may, I'm not only looking for mages to join the King's army, I'm also recruiting for the Grey Wardens. Irving spoke highly of this mage, and I would like her to join the Warden
Wow.
ranks.
What?
Duncan, this mage has assisted the Malefica and shown no lack of regard for the Circle's rules.
She is a danger. To
I
all
wonder
of
how
us.
it would have been if I'd
It
have
is a
been.
rare person who risks all for a friend in need.
I was hoping he'd
I
see it that
stand
way.
by my decision. I will recruit this mage.
No! I refuse to let this go unpunished.
If the Grey Wardens will have me, I will gladly go.
Rhaegar, mages are needed. This mage is needed. Worse things plague this world than blood mages. You know that. I take this young mage under my wing and bear all responsibility for her actions.
Whoa, father
A
figure.
blood mage escapes, and his accomplice is not only unpunished, but is rewarded by becoming a Grey Warden.
It's not
Are
really
our
a
rules
reward.
nothing? Have we lost all authority over our mages? This does not bode
Why
well,
are you
Irving.
standing here arguing instead of going to get the
We
blood
have
mage?
no more say in this matter.
So I am to be a Grey Warden?
Yes. Be proud, child. You are luckier than you know.
Thank you for everything,
Come.
First Enchanter.
Your new life awaits.
Am I not gonna help go track down my friend? I mean, he's not a bad guy. Blood magic isn't necessarily bad.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the
Oh my
Korkari
gosh.
Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the
Oh.
Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here.
Weren't they banned
This
from
blight
Ferelden?
must be stopped, here and now.
Is that in effect
If
at
it
this point?
spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ferelden.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelin, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan.
Hello?
We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I'm Durthara. I'm no friend of yours, human lord.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. I understand you hail from the Circle of Magi. I trust you have some spells to help us in the coming battle.
I will do my
Excellent.
best.
We have too few mages here. Another is always welcome. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
That'd be so rude. I don't want to be rude or anything. You're too kind.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Logain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Oh,
Your
good.
uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
You sound very confident.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Alas!
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Ah.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feelings.
Yeah, you can. You're a Grey Warden. He seems to regard the Grey Wardens very
Yet
highly.
not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Whooole. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
Oh, shoot. What ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden.
Yeah.
The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Am I the only
No,
recruit you have?
there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair.
Alistair.
When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Dankeschön. Oh man, weird. So much information. Whoa. I remember reading about the Kokiri. I don't know if I've uploaded it or not. I don't think I actually have. But I got to the joining. Grand music for the grand area. Okay, I need to freaking turn this off. I'm shedding everywhere. I know before I was like wandering around picking plants and stuff, but I don't know, I might upload. I think I had 6 parts in total that I recorded on my dwarvish character. That's the same statue of that person. That's really interesting. And we do have to say that the graphics aren't the greatest in this game. But you can see the intent behind them. Like, this feels like a huge, wild, wondrous place. This old ruin. You know, like, you get the feeling of what it's supposed to be. You don't necessarily need top-notch graphics.
You must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Hi.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
You're being very nice.
Used to be a
Ostagar.
fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Teyrn Loghain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Nice. Do I hear your dog
This is
barking?
Ferelden, isn't it? The King has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the Darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
Circle
A
of
few
Magi's
mages,
here?
yes. They even brought those creepy, quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even.
They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
I'll be on
Good
my
luck
way.
to you then.
I got just past the joining. This is interesting.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
Why? What are they doing?
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
I didn't get to see Cullen. Now that I think about it. What are they doing?
Perhaps
in
they're
the Fade?
scouting for Darkspawn. I don't know, and don't ask. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed. Not even by Grey Wardens.
I am a mage. I just realized that Cullen. I didn't get to talk to Cullen.
And we contemplate the death.
Before I left.
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
What's the problem?
This is a Mabari. Smart breed and strong. His owner died in the last battle, and the poor hound swallowed Darkspawn blood. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
Why do you
You're
think
a
I
Grey
can muzzle?
Warden, or soon will be. All wardens are immune to the Darkspawn taint. The most you have to worry about is some tooth marks. Centuries
smart is
ago,
this dog?
a mage bred them to be smart and understand what they're told. They can remember and carry out complex orders. Most valuable dogs in the world. Trouble is, they generally imprint to one master. Re-imprinting them is very difficult. But without the medicine, re-imprinting won't be an issue. Will you help?
Can he be
We can
imprinted to
try,
me?
but first we need to muzzle and
I
medicate
want
him.
him! I want him! I want him! I want him! I'll give
Go
it
in
a
the
shot.
pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down.
The dog is abused by biting down from his aggressive stance. 16 times it was a great deal of pain. The animal is very ill. You could just kill him. Put the muzzle on him. Come on, buddy. Does not challenge you when you're done.
Well
he will
done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. Come to think of it, are you heading into the wilds anytime soon?
I might be.
There's a
Why?
particular herb I could use to improve the dog's chances. It's a flower that grows in the swamps here, if I remember. If you happen across it, I could use it. It's very distinctive, all white with a blood-red centre.
Where
It
in the
usually
wilds would I
grows in
find
dead
it?
wood that collects at the edge of ground pools. Should be plenty this time of year.
I'll see if I can find
Good.
one.
In the meantime, I'll begin treating our poor friend.
Yay! These are very fancy.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle?
Oh, nice.
Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Who are you?
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What did you think?
Not
I'd
an
be?
elf, yet here you are. The name's
What?
Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you
I
think-
happened to
what do
be
you know?
sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds?
We're right on the northern edge of the Kakari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why would they send us into
Sounds
the
like some
forest?
kind of test. Maybe we'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice. You sound just like the bloody knight. Well, more power to you. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Okay. He looks like a rogue. Hi, can I talk to you?
You there, elf. Where's my armor? And why are you dressed so preposterously?
How about I punch you in the face? How dare you address... Are you mistaking me for a servant?
Oh, you're the one who arrived with the Grey Warden. Please, forgive my rudeness. There are so many elves running about, and I've been waiting for... It's simply been so hectic. I never thought... But please, pardon my terrible manners. I am just the quartermaster, a simple man. No one special.
You are forgiven, human, for now.
Thank you. Did you come for some supplies, perhaps?
Let's see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.
Let me sell things to you. Oh wait, selling things would be a bad idea right now because I don't have people yet. Yeah, that's right. Oh boy. What can I wear? Scale. I don't have scale gloves. I don't have gloves at all at this point. I'm not sure what I can wear. You don't have any robes. Chest? Oh, it's gotta be a lockpicked one. Okay. Ah, a tranquil. You're locked as well. Okay.
Welcome, young woman.
You're a tranquil mage, aren't you?
Yes, and you are a mage of the Circle. You must be familiar with the Tranquil who serve there. I create and oversee the enchantment of weapons and armor for the King's forces here at Ostagar. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity. It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects.
Only dwarves and Tranquil
We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What sorts of
Runes
enchantments?
exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I did talk to him before. I've done several things. Does that say anything?
I didn't know elves could join the Grey Wardens. Amazing. I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle. I must attend to my duties or I'll get the switch.
It's just so weird that the elves are servants in this game. It's so weird. Why would you get the switch? That seems a bit unreasonable to me. Alistair and,
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Oh
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
No, boy. You are a very strange human.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Would that make your
Hardly.
day
I
worse?
just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
What do you mean, recognize me? Yeah, how could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you.
Right, that was the name. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Probably because we're too smart for you.
True, but if you're here, what does that make you?
Haha! Incredibly
Ouch.
unlucky.
Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
What was it about? What was the argument about?
With the Mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Oh.
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the Mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp.
I haven't met
Have you
Sir
met them?
Jory. I've met Davith.
Right, that cut purse Duncan conscripted. Not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out, maybe we'll see the other one. Or I can track him down later.
Look forward to traveling
You do?
with you.
Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Okay, are you gonna just follow me around forever now? I didn't realize that. Or at least until we go talk with Duncan. Well, I guess we could try and go find Sir Jory. Or what's up here? Oh, is this the king's tent?
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So,
nurse.
You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
It burns!
I can't help you.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
Oh, okay. My bad. Okay. All these chests are prisoner. Nope. I think I started talking to him at one point in time, and I ain't interested. I kinda just want to progress the story along, but I don't want to miss any of this stuff that goes on over here.
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korkari Wilds until he gives the word.
Indeed. Why not?
The Korkari Wilds is a dangerous place. More so now that it crawls with Darkspawn. They say the Great Blight began deep within its forests. One of our scouting patrols has been gone for 3 days. We're taking bets on who got them first, the Darkspawn or the Witches of the Wilds.
The witches?
Oh, sure. There's an old legend in these parts about Flemeth, the apostate sorceress who conquered this area centuries ago. She united the chasing barbarians and invaded the farmlands. That's when the great hero, Cormac, destroyed her army with his. Took her head right off, so they say. Her daughters survived and became the Witches of the Wild. Tales tell of them plaguing this area since. Mostly superstitions, stealing babies and spoiling milk.
Why mention them if it's
Spend
just
enough time
superstition?
here, you'll get an earful about those witches. Locals blame them for near everything. At any rate, that's why Duncan doesn't want you wandering out without his say-so.
Okay. The story of the Korkari Wilds was actually very interesting.
Welcome to the King's camp, my lady.
Oh, you're all being very nice.
You there, elf. What's your name?
Excuse me.
It's Pick, sir.
Oh.
Go tell Turnlow Gain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Maker's breath, another elf. What do you want?
To show you your place.
Not in particular, except for them being so thin-boned. You make good messengers sometimes. Is there something you wanted? We have no time for idle chatter.
You don't look like the other
We
soldiers.
aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
What is an Ash
Our
warrior?
training has been passed down since Matthias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves.
Yeah, I got
It
along
is an
better with
old
him when I was a
tale.
dwarf. So what is in it? Can I hear the old
I am
tale?
no bard, but I will do my best. Matthias was a claimed tribesman. Some said he was too short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his tribe. She taught Matthias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Matthias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain.
And they feasted on blood and lived happily ever after. What I've been doing.
Matthias' prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people.
Whoa!
Matthias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Matthias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended.
Truly great
The
old
dwarves
tale.
came from Orzammar that day and gave Matthias an honored burial in the mountains. And we live by his teachings even today.
What
It
happened
is
to his
said
wife?
that before the final battle, she returned to Matthias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever.
A romantic
She lived
story.
on in Orzammar. Only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
Interesting
It
legend.
was an honor.
So what does an Ash warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds.
I really
That
like
is our
this.
way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his. They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What do you
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
Survives the blood?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The Wardens say the tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill. My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Okay. That's Duncan. But I haven't seen the other guy. Oh, nope, just soldiers. Oh, hello?
You approach the tent of Tairn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about
How
him.
can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric
Orlesians.
rewarded him by making him a Tairn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn. He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Surely you could tell me a little about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Tairn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Tairn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Tairn Loghain tells him. Without the Tairn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I don't really want
Very
one.
well.
Kingsguard.
Greetings. King Cailan is not in his tent right now.
So why are you guarding it?
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen?
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Ah.
As you wish.
Okay. Oh, hey, I forgot Alistair's following me around. Let's check out map. Loghain, Quartermaster, Dog Kennels, Duncan. Okay, let's just go talk to Duncan now. Duncan.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How'd you do?
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
I'm so short. That's me, the new girl.
Now then,
Thara.
since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
What do we need Darkspawn
For the
blood
joining
for?
itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
And what's
There
the
was
second
once
task?
a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls
Old
are
treaties,
these?
if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
How will we find it?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Indeed. And what if they are no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Okay.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Duncan looks like an assassin, sort of, from Assassin's Creed. Alright, we should probably call it here. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've gotten to the joining, and I think I actually didn't play much past the joining. Because I actually do... There's a reason I greeted Duncan a little bit hesitantly. And if you've seen Dragon Age Origins, you might understand why when you see the joining. But, we'll see how it goes this time around. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. This has been really cool. I can't wait to keep going, and see what else the story holds for us. So, thanks again. I will see you in the next one.